This is unit number 7, Understanding and Classifying Costs. We are doing course number 4, Accounting and Finance for Managers. In this unit, we are going to see the topics cost sheet and classification of costs. In the previous videos, we have covered what is cost accounting, definition of cost, basic elements of cost, and components of total cost. In this video, we are going to see what is a cost sheet and what are the contents of cost sheet and how to classify different costs. Let us jump to the topic. Cost sheet. Before going into the contents of cost sheet, we will briefly review what are the components of cost, what are the components of total cost. We have seen in the previous video, we will just revise. So, the elements of cost are materials, labor and expenses. Again, within materials, cost can be direct or indirect. Within labor, cost can be direct or indirect. Within expenses, cost can be direct or indirect. These direct expenses are called prime cost or flat cost or first cost or basic cost. 4 different terminologies are there for direct costs. For indirect costs, the term used is overheads. Okay, direct costs are also called as prime costs or flat costs, first cost or basic cost. Indirect costs are also called as overheads. Normally, in a manufacturing unit, these are the 3 divisions. Factory is one division, office and administration is another division, and selling and distribution is one more division. Within this each division, again, costs are classified into indirect material, indirect labor, indirect expenses. Means within the factory, the indirect expenses are given like this. Within office and administration, indirect expenses could be on material, labor, expenses, and within selling and distribution activities, costs can be incurred on material, labor and expenses. All the indirect expenses are called overheads. Okay. With this background, we will now go into the elements of cost sheet. The elements or components of total cost can be presented in the form of a statement. If we take all the costs, whether direct or indirect or within factory or office or sales and distribution, and present in the form of a statement, then it is called as a cost sheet. The cost sheet may be prepared separately for each cost center, separately for factory, separately for office and administration, and separately for selling and distribution activities. It may have columns to show total cost, cost per unit, or together with relevant figures of the previous period. Okay, there is an example given here which lists all the costs incurred in a factory. Prepare a cost sheet for a company showing different components of cost for 2003 from the following details. Details are given here. So, we'll see one by one. Raw materials consumed 80,000, wages paid to laborers 20,000, directly chargeable expenses 4,000, oil and waste, wages of foremen, shopkeepers' wages, electricity for factory, office, rent for factory and office, repairs and renewals for factory plant and machinery, repairs for office premises, depreciation for office premises and depreciation for plant and machinery, consumable stores, manager's salary, director fees, office printing and stationery, telephone charges, postage telegram, salesman's commission and salary, traveling expenses, advertising, warehouse charges and carriage outwards. These are the list of all the costs that are incurred in this manufacturing company. Our job is to classify them. We have to classify which are all the direct costs, which are all the indirect costs, and among indirect costs, which costs pertain to factory, which costs pertain to office, which costs pertain to sales and distribution, and within factory, which is pertaining to material or labor or expense, which is pertaining to within office the same thing. So we need to classify all these costs. Raw materials consumed means these are the materials which are used in the production. These are direct costs. Wages paid to laborers means those laborers who are working for the production of the goods and services. So this is a direct cost. Directly chargeable expenses. So the name itself says is directly chargeable. So these are all the direct costs. Oil and waste, wages of foremen, shopkeepers' wages. If you observe here, oil and wastage is an indirect cost which is used in the factory for materials, for purchasing or procuring materials or utilizing materials in the course of business. This is one material. Wages of foremen and the shopkeeper's wages. These are wages paid to the laborer working in the factory, right? So this is indirect cost pertaining to labor. Electric power pertaining to factory and office. These are indirect costs pertaining to the other expenses. Other expenses is in office, other expenses in factory. Again, rent is another expenses in factory and other expense in office. Repairs and renewals. This is also other expenses in factories and office. Depreciation is in other expenses pertaining to office and plant and machinery. Consumable stores. This is pertaining to material within the factory. Manager's salary. This is pertaining to labor in the office. So if there is an office in the manufacturing unit, and within that office clerks, managers and many other persons, peons, many people will be working, their salaries, their fees, everything comes under labor division of office. Director fees, again labor pertaining to office and office printing and stationery. This is also this pertains to materials within the office. Telephone charges is other expenses. Postage and telegram, other expenses pertaining to office. I have put different colors for each one. Green color pertains to office division. Blue color pertains to sales and distribution. Salesman's commission and salary. This is pertaining to commission, means other expenses. Other expenses in the sales and distribution wing. Traveling expenses, other expenses. Advertising, warehouse charges is related to distribution. Carriage outwards. So this is the classification of different kinds of costs. So the same thing is presented in the cost sheet given below here. Direct material, direct labor, direct expenses, which we have already seen here. Direct material, direct wages and direct expenses. Next, these direct costs are also called as prime cost, flat cost, basic cost or first cost. The second division is factory overheads. Factory related indirect expenses. Indirect expenses related to materials, indirect expenses related to labor, indirect expenses related to other expenses. Indirect cost, sorry, I'm using the word expenses. Indirect cost related to labor, indirect cost related to other expenses. Depreciation. Again, the second division is office and administration. Indirect costs related to material, labor and other expenses. For selling and distribution, indirect cost related to labor, expenses, other expenses. The total cost involved in this manufacturing unit is 1,30,600. This is the way a cost sheet looks. We have already given here in different colors. The same thing is given here, right? The next topic, an activity is given. You have to do the same thing. You have to prepare a cost sheet from the details given here. You can do on your own. It's very simple. The next topic is classification of costs. Earlier we have seen classification as direct cost, indirect cost, cost within factory, cost within office, cost within sales and distribution divisions, and within that again cost related to material, cost related to labor, cost related to other expenses. There is another classification which is a general classification which is used throughout all the companies. It is fixed cost, variable cost, semi-variable cost and step costs. We will see one by one. Fixed cost means these are the costs which remain constant irrespective of the quantum of output. Whether the output increases or not, this cost has to be incurred in the company. Rent, they have to pay the company has to pay rent for the office, insurance charges, salary has to be paid. All these things are fixed. Fixed cost remains constant per unit of time. They decrease per unit with every increase in output and vice versa. It is see, for example, 6,000 rupees have been paid as rent for a factory with an output of 1,000 units. A factory is producing 1,000 units of goods and 6,000 is the rent. The cost of rent per unit is 6 rupees. In case the output is increases to 1200 units, means production is increased, then cost per unit will decrease. Okay. In case the output is reduced to 800 units, the cost of rent is increasing 7.5. So fixed costs, they have a indirect relationship. As the production decreases, fixed cost increases. As the production increases, fixed cost decreases. Fixed costs are sometimes also referred to as period costs. They can be further divided into committed fixed costs and discretionary fixed cost. Committed fixed costs means those costs which nothing, management cannot do anything for that one. Those costs that arise from the possession of plant, the purchase of a plant means equipment, furniture, everything. Once a building is constructed and plant is installed, nothing much can be done to reduce the costs such as depreciation, property taxes, insurance, salaries, all these things. It cannot vary these things. Discretionary fixed costs means it is a discretion of the management whether to spend or not. It depends upon the policy of the management. These are those costs which are set at fixed amount for specific time periods by the management in the budgeting process. These costs directly reflect top management policies and have no particular relationship with the volume of the irrespective of the output. If the management decides, then it can be incurred. These are like research and development, advertising, sales promotion, donations, consulting fees, etc. Right? So the graph is given for fixed costs. As the production increases, the cost is not changing. The cost remains the same. These are called fixed costs, like management salary. We have seen salary for the management, property taxes, depreciation, insurance. Anyways, these have to be spent. Now, variable costs. The second classification is variable costs. These are the costs which vary in direct proportion to the output, which means if output increases, cost will increase. They increase or decrease in the same proportion in which the output increases or decreases. Examples are like direct material, direct labor and power. So as the production increases, more power is to be utilized. As the production increases, we want to increase the production, more labor has to be employed, more material also has to be employed. Variable costs may be said to be constant per unit of output, whereas fixed costs remain constant per unit of time. Same is applied for variable costs also. For example, if a factory incurs 1000 rupees on raw materials for an output of 1,000 units, cost of raw material per unit would be 1 rupee. If the output increases to 2000, we need more raw material. Then cost of raw material also increases. Here also it will be increasing to 2000 rupees. So the cost per unit of the output is said to be constant. Similarly, if the output decreases to, same example is given here. Variable costs are also referred to as product costs, right? So as the production is increasing, it is proportionately increasing. The cost per unit is also proportionately increasing. So this is a straight line which is passing through the origin. It's like a y is equal to mx line, right? Semi-variable costs. These are costs which do vary, but not in direct proportion to the output. Okay, semi-variable costs means costs, a part of the cost is fixed and part of the cost is changing. That is semi-variable costs. For example, depreciation, light, heat, telephone. Okay, because telephone charges, sometimes it may increase, sometimes it may decrease. Light and heat, repairs. So if the production is increasing, obviously repairs will increase because more utilization of plant is there. Sometimes it may not be there. So semi-variable costs means a part is variable, a part is fixed. We will discuss more about semi-variable costs in the next chapter. This is the graph for semi-variable costs per unit as the production increasing. Step costs. Fixed costs in general remain fixed over range of activity and then jump to a new level as activity changes. For example, a foreman can supervise a given number of workers. Beyond this number, it is necessary to hire a second foreman, then a third, and so on. Okay, this is simply step costs means beyond a certain level of activity, fixed costs also have to be increased. That is called step cost. Up to this level of production, this is the fixed cost. And when the production is increased to this level, fixed costs has to be increased and that remains constant. Again, if the production is increased to much higher to 3 here, again fixed costs have to be increased. Okay, this is called step costs. These are all the different kinds of costs. This is giving a label. Anyways, every company is incurring expenses, incurring costs on many activities, and we are giving names to different kinds of costs. An example is given here. It is a statement of cost. Output is 12,000 units. Variable cost is 5 at rupees 5 it is given. Fixed cost is given. So you add all the costs. The total cost per unit is 1,78,000. So 12,000 units are generated. So cost per unit is 14.83. This is the statement of cost. Direct and indirect costs. We have seen already direct costs means those costs which are directly related to the production activity, generating activity. Okay. These can be incurred on material, labor and expenses or other expenses. Indirect costs, they do not directly deal with the output, whether the output is changing or not. These costs will be incurred. Okay, they are not directly related to the production activity. These are called indirect costs. An activity is given here. Okay, we have completed the elements of cost sheet and other classification of costs like fixed cost, variable cost, semi-variable cost, and we have again seen direct and indirect costs. In the next video, we are going to see the last topic, that is some other concepts of costs like shutdown and sunk cost, controllable, uncontrollable, opportunity cost. Okay, this is very simple unit. It is self-explanatory. I hope you understood about this chapter. Stay tuned and bye bye until next video.